Oh man, it's been a long day, y'all. We back in the building, y'all. We're switching gears. Time for some rock and roll. We about to talk about some issues. This election year, y'all. We gotta talk about this thing. It's 2024. Who gonna change it? What we gonna do? Who you voting for? Are you voting at all? What exactly is we gonna do with America, y'all? I'm not sure. But we gonna talk about it. Rock and Red, we in the building. We waiting on Red to pull up right now. But we about to get to it right now. Rock and Red, we in the building. Uh, the question I want to ask and pose to y'all today, I got a lot of slow connection having up. The question I want to pose to y'all today, do we have a viable, godly candidate? You can leave it in the comments. I know this is going to start a whole lot of discussion and back and forth, but do we actually have a godly candidate? Do y'all think either one of the candidates are actually godly? Do you think Biden or I know Biden lost his wife, but man, we can all agree his brain ain't like it used to be, huh? Yeah, I bet you a lot of people can agree to that. But Trump, godly? Do y'all really believe Trump is godly? I saw a town hall meeting the other night, bro, and the man still thinks the election was stolen. If you think the election was stolen, and they have done countless Republican people investigations and all that stuff, and still not found not a lick of evidence that anything ever happened besides an election. Do y'all really believe? Do you really think that he's godly? If you can't admit the truth, I don't even know what else we got to talk about. If you can't admit the truth, if you can't face defeat, if you can't face the fact that you lost, keep on. It's been 4 years and you still stuck. Man, I ain't seen nobody stuck in the past that long since my baby mama's. Like, let it go. Like that's far to be stuck in the past. That's far to be stuck in the past, man. You still stuck 4 years ago. Imagine if you were still stuck where you was 4 years ago, trying to do the same thing. I'd still be trying to find a good employee. And I'm not no more. I'm the employee. I became the employee. But I really want to see America get a show enough godly president, man. I think we have gotten away from that. I think we don't think that matters no more. But I think like in the times that we are in now, it's all that matters. It's the only thing that matters is whether or not the person is godly. I don't think it matters if they got the qualifications. I don't think it matters if they know politics. I don't think it matters if they know the other side. I don't think it matters if they're in the good old boys club. It doesn't matter. I still got tar and stuff on my fingernail. It doesn't matter what their background or pedigree is. I think the only thing that matters now going forward is, are you godly? Do you fear God more than you fear man? Because if you fear God, you won't lie. If you fear God, you won't deceive the people. If you fear God, you will not, as the Bible just said in Proverbs 10:26, you will not conceive, was 26:24. You will not conceive, you will not conceive. You will not conceal your intentions. Concealed intentions is a sin. So if you're coming in the White House and you're supposed to be president and you're coming in to be a dictator, or you are coming in to, get revenge on people who got you for the last 4 years, I gotta believe that you sinning in just getting in the position. And I'm not saying that people who get in the position don't sin. What I'm saying is we shouldn't be putting nobody in a position who is coming in based on sin or based on lies. I just wonder, Do we really care? Or do we just think the presidency, it don't matter? Because I don't know if y'all remember, but I remember 4 years ago. People say, oh, are you better than you was 4 years ago? Not financially, but guess what? Lean in right here, Republicans. I feel safe as a black man. I feel safe as a black man. I don't feel like my people are dying in the streets every other day. I feel like police brutality is a better under control. And when Trump was president, it was not. It was running rampant. It was bad, man. I tell you, it was bad. And I'm not saying he was the cause of it. I'm not saying he's the cause of it, but he was a catalyst. He was the president. He is the example. If y'all want to blame Biden for everything in America, I want you to blame Trump for everything that was going on there then. And you realize COVID started with Trump. Not because he started, but it happened on his watch. All the police brutality, friend of mine, rest in peace, George Floyd died. All this stuff happened while Trump was president. So if you're going to blame everything on Biden that's happening now, including gas prices, which he has nothing to do with, if you're going to blame all that on him, I think Trump should get all the charges for everything that was happening at the time that he was president. And if we're talking about that, we're talking COVID, we're talking police brutality and race tensions getting to the worst it has ever been. I ain't gonna say ever. I take that back. It wasn't ever. Definitely wasn't ever. But it was the worst we've seen it in modern times. It's the worst I've seen it since the 80s. And when I saw it that bad in the 80s, it was behind Michael Donald. So that was really, really bad. I see Red pulling up in the parking lot right now. So we're about to get into it. But I don't see it. But we're about to get to the other side. Red about to bring that other side. So we're about to get into it. Mr. Rock, I'm in the parking lot until 4 o'clock, man. Y'all pull up. Let's talk about it. Gregory pulled up early, man. Shout out to Gregory for pulling up early. Ray about to pull up right now. We're about to get to talking about it. We done already had church in the parking lot. Now we're about to talk about these issues. What can we do to better this country? What can we do to move it forward? What can we do to get out this situation we in right now? Rock and Red, we in the building, we in the parking lot. Pull up. We up here for another hour or so. Because your boy is hungry. I am severely hungry right now, and I could probably use a couple sandwiches. So y'all want to bring me some sandwiches? I'm just playing. We about to go out to eat after this. Red's in the building right now. He pulling up right now. Rock and Red, we in the building. We about to get it started. About to get it popping. As I've already posed a question to the group. Hey, what are we talking about? Let's get into it. Look, my water falling. And we're talking about this election, man. What we got? It's 2024. We got the same two people up we had in 2020. And I got a lot of people like to pose the question, are we better off than we was in 2020? Not financially, but again, I'm gonna say this one more time. As a black man, I feel safer in my skin in 2024 in America than I did in 2020. In 2020, I brought 4 guns. 4 guns. And the reason why I bought 4 guns, I went to the pawn shop and there was none in the pawn shop. I asked him what was going on. He said, we just can't keep no guns. I said, why? What is happening? Why everybody need guns? But for some reason now, that same pawn shop, you go to it, it's full of guns. All I know is when he was president, everybody felt like they needed a gun. And I don't know why, but I went and bought me some too, because you ain't gonna have a gun and I don't have no gun. We all Second Amendment together, huh? Right to bear arms. So you get a gun, I'm gonna get a gun. I'm praying, but I got a gun. I'm just like the people on the wall of Jericho. I'm working, but I'm praying, but I got a pistol in my hand too. Amen. Just like the people on the wall of Jericho. They were working and they had a soldier standing over with a sword. Like, that's how I am. I'm working, I'm praying, I'm doing this, but I got a sword, pistol, whatever you want to call it, in my hand too. So that's what it is. And we're back here and we're talking about it. Rock and Red, we in the building. Red, you ready? Here? There you go.
Are we going?
Oh, we've been live, huh?
We got a camera and a camera.
Oh, that's live on YouTube and Facebook.
Okay, cool. Well,
yeah. You gotta get these close here.
Yeah.
All right. We back in it, man. We're back in it. Rock and Red. Gregory came up here earlier.
What's that?
Shout out to them. Yeah. Gregory was up here earlier. Gregory
Stevens?
No, not Iran. No.
I was like,
it's
okay,
no.
No,
he came up here earlier while we was at church. But man, we rocking Red right now. We talking about
it.
Look, I had already started this conversation up, and I asked him, do we feel like we actually have a choice this year? Does it feel like the same two people being up there is a choice, or does it feel like we're just getting to do whatever they want us to do?
No, I don't know if we have a choice. Like we know who we've got up there. You say the same old people. I clearly know who I want, and I assume we're assuming
Yeah.
would be the candidate and not Nikki Haley. I feel like they're in. I don't want to get a sidebar, but
I ain't gonna
I
say
feel like
Nikki.
there's a lot of money. There's a reason why she keeps putting herself out there, even though she's so unpopular. And there's a lot of money going towards her, because I feel like at the end there is, whether it happens or not is a different story. But they're gonna find, if they can find a way to keep him from. They're gonna say, well, this is our candidate, and she has all of this money behind her, so there's gonna be no other choice.
So that's why.
But do we have a choice? I mean.
Let me ask you this.
I know
If
that.
If she gets the candidate from the Republican Party, what? No, I ain't gonna say that. I didn't probably refer. What do you think he gonna do? What do you think Trump would do if they start? Now they've already bagged up off him being the candidate.
I think at that point, I think it would get to, honestly, I think it gets to the point where Trump is not allowed to be that, and then she is. That's where we will see some sort of uprising of the people. People, I think, and then to answer your other question, do we have a choice? I think that even a lot of Democrats or people that were formerly Democrats, if somehow or another Biden becomes president again, as wildly as unpopular as we know he is, a lot of people are going to go, this is bullshit. Like, we know this is bullshit, and I think there will be some sort of uprising. Like, we're not going to accept that you just keep doing this to us and telling us that this has to be our president.
Yeah.
Whether you're a Democrat or a Republican or neither one, like, people are going to go, there's other choices on both sides that we wanted, and then somehow or another this becomes the reality where we don't fucking believe it anymore.
You think we're gonna go to war with the parties? Because they're the people who choose it. Because it's not the American
Go to
people.
war with who?
With the parties, with Democrats and Republicans, not them against each other, but us against them.
Well, maybe so, because I know a lot of Democrats that don't like what their party's about anymore. I know a lot of Republicans who are like, what our so-called Republicans are bullshit too.
Yeah, so nobody likes either side. I guess the question is, do we even need them?
No, we don't. We don't need them. We need. Well, we could use. I'd still like Vivek Ramaswamy at some point or another, as just because he's sort of apolitical. He's running as a Republican, but
he's out of the race now.
Yeah, I know, but because he threw his support in behind Trump, he's like, I'm gonna.
He's smart. He's smart. Why fight the wave when you can swim with the wave?
That makes you wonder, who is Nikki Haley and why is she over here being the opposition? Because she's the control opposition. That's why.
I think she's there because she don't want to be on the side of wrong. Because she doesn't want to go with the lies.
And here's another
Trump will
thing.
not admit that he lost. He still, just the other night on a town in hall, and still would not say he lost the election. He still believes he won. I'm
not sure that he lost either. I mean,
but if you hold on to something 4 years ago, you roasted my baby mama. I'm gone, girl.
Certainly, he's got some personality flaws that we can all look.
But you can't hold on to something 4 years ago that's been proven in the court of law. It's already been proven in the court of law.
I'm not sure that it's proven or not, but he should. I'll agree that he should. He could leave that behind and just focus on the future.
He can't.
But he can't.
He can't. I saw it in the town hall. He actually said, I will not talk about it no more. And for 45 minutes, he kept talking about it.
Yeah, we all know that. Look, we've talked about this for years at this point. We don't have perfect choices, and at some point, I think there are many better people than Trump to do this. He just somehow ended up being the clown that ended up there. But he resonated.
I like that word.
But I'll say that in the way that I've told you that I thought about him years ago. I was like, I don't care about that guy. Oh, he's on The Apprentice, whatever. Like, he's cool or whatever. He's all right, but I never idolized him, just like I don't idolize anybody else. But he has somehow or another become a symbol, and actually the person, not just a symbol, but the person who might actually turn this shit show around a little bit.
I like those two words you
But I'll tell you what, if we get the fucking Biden or whoever else it is ends up being the president, we're fucked.
Y'all said that the first time, and we're not fucked. We're not.
It's pretty bad right now.
It's pretty bad, but it's only bad to people who don't pray. Because I'm good.
Right.
I'm good.
Yeah.
And I'm worse than I ever had. Like the worst business I ever had last year, but I'm still good. You know why? Because I don't rely on.
Right.
I don't rely on the president to make me good.
At some point or another, these are just people, and neither one of them are actually doing. None of these presidents are necessarily actually doing the things themselves. They have a team around them, so no, like we don't need to idolize people or think that. I don't think Trump can save us. I think that if he gets in there, it's going to give us a shot to go in the right direction, but it's going to take much more than that. But I don't think any one person can save us. It's hard to say. Can I tell you something? Before we get too far, there's something that was stuck in my head. I somehow or another, a YouTube documentary that was done in 1988 came on my YouTube last night, and I watched it. It was about South Jamaica, Queens, and when the crack came in 1988.
That's what 50 Cent's from.
Right. That's the first thing everybody thinks of if you know 50 Cent. But, and it was a story that started out about crack, but then it moved on to many other things.
It's a little late story in 88 about crack. That's a late story.
Yeah, because
late.
It was earlier than that, but,
yes.
But that's not, it moved from that into things that we're dealing with right now so specifically that it blew my mind. Because this is in New York, so they're very close to politics more than we are in
Why do you
Houston.
say that?
Well, and back then they were. Because I'll say that there's a reason why. They had the same issues of mistrust of the government. This was when Dukakis and George Bush Sr. were running against each other, and people felt like these are both two sides of the same coin because they were so similar. At least in what they were promising.
One ran the CIA for 30 years, and his daddy built the concentration
You're
camps.
a little bit older than I am, so you knew more about
And
this.
his daddy built the concentration camp.
Right.
Killed all the Jews. So let's remember that about the Bush.
And I don't. We'll have to talk about that at another time because I don't know much about that.
Yeah.
But I don't doubt
That's
it
how they
either.
got rich.
But there were issues about fucking jeez. Sorry, I just look like it's the word I use all the time. Oh my god.
Well, my point is, man, even though that might have felt like we had to say no two presidents have ran back to back, same two. Ever. Is it two people, same two people? Maybe like beginning, like Washington,
I don't
Adams,
know. I'm not sure.
two same people, right?
I thought you meant back-to-back presidencies because we had a lot of those when I was a kid.
Everybody gets 2 terms. That's the rule.
Right.
That's
We
2
had
terms. We had
several
plenty
of
of those. Barack was one of the most recent.
Right.
But Baby Bush after him. But 2 terms of the same people running. That to me has nothing to do with them, but us. Because we the dummies who's still in the same place. We accepted and stayed right there. We accepted and stayed there. That's not their fault because it's like me as a guy who's trying to sleep with you. You stupid if you let me sleep with you, girl. You stupid if you give me the drugs, right? But I just want to sleep with you.
But
it ain't my fault.
I haven't felt for a long time like that has been something that the people wanted because we wouldn't. And I always wondered why it was done. I think that there's the political action committees. I think is the answer to that. There becomes enough people that get behind one candidate, no matter how bad they are, or incapable compared to the next person. Because there's always, in the last couple of years, we've seen several people that should have been. Tell me we're filming.
Yeah, we on YouTube.
Okay,
we on YouTube.
Several
but
people, like we talked about this early on, and I can't believe I can't remember the guy's name right now. Who's the black gentleman that we were talking about, Dr. The one who was running, who was in the race for a minute or two early on. Dr. Cornel West.
Yeah.
Like clearly, he's a smarter and better person that understands society better than either Biden or Trump. But or a lot of the other Democratic candidates as well, but he will never be our candidate, right?
Yeah.
I felt like that's been going on for a long time in our lives. We have great people that want to run, but they get stomped down one way or another for somebody who's just. I always felt like Biden had just been there for long enough, and he looked like the sort of person that looked like some of the previous candidates, almost like Pence. He's a white-haired old man, and we always trust them, right? For whatever reason.
Never.
I mean, not in reality, but we go, oh, that guy must know what he's doing.
No, I don't look at people and say, yeah, that guy looks like he knows what he's doing. But I got to talk to you.
Now I can't. who else was even in the running besides him? Like, who else during?
What you mean for?
I'm trying to think how he got there, other than
Biden?
just being.
He was vice president.
Other than being, Obama's vice president. Like, what other qualifications?
I mean, he's been in service for over 50 years.
And that's the only thing. He was never great at anything. He was always sort of there. And
Welcome to the world we live in.
He's just been almost like Hillary. They're like, well, she must know a lot because she.
I mean, let me ask you this.
Married to Bill Clinton.
Let me ask you this: is Mike Jones the best rapper you ever heard?
I'm so glad
And no,
you
just
brought
to
that
answer
up.
the question: is Mike Jones the best rapper you
Hell
ever heard?
no.
He's not, but you know his lyrics. You know his songs. Why? Because the mediocre people rise to the cream of the
It's
top.
funny
now.
how you brought that
Yes,
up. I was actually going to talk to you in a different. If it comes up later, it does. But I was going to talk about Chameleonaire and how underrated he
Yeah, that's
was.
a whole nother subject.
Right.
But what I'm saying is, Mike Jones is an
But
average
he
rapper.
buried Mike Jones's career. That's a different story.
I don't think he buried his career. Mike Jones buried his own career because he was average to start with. He was
Right.
never that
Yeah.
good.
He
So
had great
he
beats and catchy.
well, great. Well, it sounds like Trump you're talking about. You know, he got great beats and catchy slogans. That's what I'm telling you, Mike
So if it ain't
Jones.
Trump, who is it, man?
What you mean? Who's it?
Okay.
That,
So
we are not looking at candidates. Actually, Nikki Haley lost me when she did, but she doubled back down on it and said, "Okay, I said that wrong." She actually fixed it. She did something I hadn't seen a politician say something in a long time. She apologized for saying something wrong.
I can actually appreciate that. If
Yes,
did that.
she actually did that. That's because she said slavery wasn't a part of why the Civil War was started. She went back, even said it on Saturday Night Live and made fun of herself. Trump would never do that. Biden would never do that.
I
Neither one
appreciate
of them.
that. I will stop to say this as a person, because this has come up recently in my life. I appreciate anybody who can do that
In public, yes.
No, period. Especially
You say not even in
especially a
private.
woman, and especially a woman who's running for
Sorry, just
president.
speaking from a different thing.
I might be talking about something else, but no, that's for whatever reason she did that. I can commend that as the act that it is.
I thought because I was
whether
really like,
it's
shut
genuine or
up. When
not,
she
I don't
said,
know.
I was like, just shut up, forget it. Anybody trying to hear you. Once she went back and apologized, I really wrecked my brain. I can't remember last time a politician went back and said, you know what,
It's
I said
endearing.
that wrong.
It's a bit endearing.
Yes, and I say
Just don't do it every day, because then I don't think you know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
no, that's
But I appreciate that. For
Yeah,
anybody, by the way.
exactly. But that I appreciated her for that, and so that one made me actually pay attention. Okay, is America ready for a woman to be in the White House? That one is always going to be a thing that I think the reason why Biden's presidency is so weak is because he has a woman as a vice president. What do you think about that?
Well, what I think
A
is,
vice president has no power and does
I
nothing.
think it
They're
has
just
a lot.
rights.
I think it has a lot to do with everything to do with the particular woman that he has.
Name another woman better than her. Just
It
name
wouldn't
her.
be hard. I could throw a rock. Somebody who
I
would
could
take
just
more-
throw out one name.
Well,
then.
it actually makes sense now. I wondered why she wasn't doing anything about the border, why she was actively ignoring it.
She has no power.
But now I realize that was the plan all along, is to do nothing about the border.
Okay, I hear Republicans saying that. I hear Republicans saying that. Can
There's
y'all
plenty
explain
of
that to
good,
me?
strong businesswomen that could go do that job. That would.
There's no power in the
that would
vice
attack-
president. You just there just in case
There's
the
not.
president dies.
But
There's no power.
whatever she was allowed to do or allowed
She
to
did
take on,
nothing. You do nothing
they
as a vice
told her
president.
to be the border czar.
No,
she
they
didn't.
didn't. They did not. Where do y'all get this false from? Vice president has no power.
They
You're
told
only
her-
there in case he dies.
They told her that's true.
And you, in case the House comes and you have to make the decision for the House. That's it.
As far as
There's
the
no
role of
other
the vice
power there.
president, you're right. That's really what they're there for. They're really
That's
not
it.
there to have any
Nothing.
authority or make
So
decisions.
that her being
Why
a
would she
border
give it an
czar,
assignment? to go-
no, who gave her the assignment? Y'all made that one up. Nobody gave her the
They
assignment.
made it up.
You
They
can't
made
give
it up to
somebody.
make it look like she was doing something.
Who?
Whomever her
That's a
cabinet is.
Republican thing, and it's only on Fox News. I guarantee you, because I've never
Well,
heard it.
that's
I
what-
only
that's
tell.
what they-
That's how I can tell when people.
That's what they were told to tell the public. Whenever the border became an issue, they said, "Well, Kamala
When did the
Harris is
border?
going
When
to
did
do
the
that."
border become an issue? Let me ask y'all that.
Remember, the border's been an issue since as long as I've been alive, and you too. But it just hasn't been as big of an issue. The border's been.
Tell me how it affected your life.
I don't know that it. Well,
Exactly. Say it one more time. Finish this statement.
No,
It has not affected your life.
Up until the last year.
How does it affect your life today?
Shit, a lot of the guys who I work for us now may have their parents or maybe somebody came across illegally. I don't fucking have a problem with how.
How does that affect you?
Look,
It doesn't.
It doesn't affect
It doesn't.
Well,
It doesn't.
we would have
So
to
it's
go-
not an issue. They're making it an issue. See,
Well, it
we're
doesn't-
stuck on an issue. It's not an
It doesn't,
issue.
no, it does affect us.
How?
And
Tell me how.
and now, it's going to affect us in a lot of ways.
I'm just
Where-
waiting on
where-
one reason
Where are
why.
people going to be housed? Or if people are coming
No,
in
no,
like
that's
that,
their problem. That's not your problem. How would it affect you?
well, it's eventually going to affect, well, for several ways. It might supply us with a whole bunch of other opportunities as far as,
You, not them. You. How would it affect you?
how would it
Ryan,
affect you.
how would it affect me?
Yeah.
It won't. That's why I don't care. I won't.
It's
That's
going
why I
to
don't.
affect us
It
at a
will
certain
not.
point.
It will not.
An influx of people. Who,
That's an influx of million people in Houston right now. Did it affect you? They just moved here. That's why we're building all this. That's why 45's got to be expanded.
That's-
Because a million people just
that's
staying
how
here.
it
Did it
affects
affect
us.
you?
That's how it affects
Did
us.
it affect you?
That's how it affects us.
What you mean?
Maybe more. I mean, not that it bothers me too much, but maybe more traffic. Maybe more.
More traffic. So they coming over here with cars across the
I've
board.
been here my whole life.
They're bringing cars.
I've been here
They're
my
not
whole
bringing
life,
cars.
and you've been here a lot of your life, and you've seen how this is. I love Houston. I don't think that necessarily we're in a place where this is going to cause a huge amount of problems, but crime
I
is certainly
guarantee
up.
you, crime's not up. Crime is lower than it's ever been. It's lower. You really should check it. It's lower than it's ever been.
What, per capita?
Per period. Murder, stealing, everything's down.
I know when I was born that Houston was the murder capital of the country.
Houston has never been the murder capital of the world. New Orleans was always.
It was when I was a kid.
No, New Orleans was while we were always with kids. It was New Orleans. Murder
Look at
capital of
the
the world.
stats.
Listen to No Limit Records.
But
Murder
we
capital
were a
of the world.
third or maybe a quarter of the size we are now. So what did that look like? It was a lot more per person, but Houston was a different city.
No, New Orleans has always been the murder capital of the world.
Not every single year. Not every single year.
Pretty much most of our life.
Bro,
And still-
St. Louis, I think, was the most recent one.
Yeah, recently now.
Oh.
Until 2010, New Orleans
A
was
lot
murder
of times
capital of
it's
the world.
Cleveland, but yes, most often it's New Orleans.
Yeah, but
Yes.
but it's never been Houston. We've never been the murder capital.
In
of the world.
1980, it was Houston.
I don't know.
Not
about
the
that.
world, the country. In
Yeah,
1980.
yeah,
And I'll tell you why.
it's never the world.
Well, look, I'll tell
Never
you
will.
why. It was because so many people were moving here. They were all moving from other places, and it was pretty wild. And
But listen to what you're saying. They were moving here. Those are Americans, not
they
immigrants.
were Americans. Yes, they
So
were
how
from
does
the
that? How did that?
Midwest.
That was good. That's good when people migrate.
Maybe this
like
is the answer you're looking for, and I will give it to you gladly. Hispanic people, I think that per capita they cause less problems than anybody else in this country.
that.
Probably,
But you realize that's not the people that's coming over no more.
right? And
They're just
that's
coming
a whole
from
different
that
story.
way,
And
but
we
they're not. They're not
we haven't
Hispanic.
seen the effect of the people that are coming over from the places we're talking about. We haven't had enough people from these other war-torn countries that are just now coming here
Okay,
to even know what that's going to
Okay,
be
listen
like.
to what you're saying. We haven't had enough of them to affect us.
You
So
said-
why is it an issue?
It's
If
an
it hasn't
issue
been enough of them to
because at a
affect us,
certain
how's it?
point, it's going to be an issue. At a certain point, so
Tell
what,
me.
what is your answer for this? Because I haven't watched too much of it, but I've seen
My
it.
answer is what
So
the Bible says.
Just let
Treat them,
everybody in.
treat them like you treat an orphan. Treat them like you treat them. Treat them like you treat your neighbor. Treat them like regular people. Period. That's the answer.
So we
How
just,
you would
we,
treat
just
them?
we just let it continue until what? Until we have nothing.
What is continue?
Well, right now
Because you're saying let it continue. What is the it that you're saying?
there are at one point there were the border proposal that they're putting out there right now says we're going to let up to
5,000 a day, 8,500. I posted that. It's a stupid number. That's dumb. So what? It's more than 8,500.
Why should we be letting 5,000 people come in that are not
I tell you what.
citizens of our country where we don't? That doesn't happen anywhere else.
I'm gonna
in the
tell you
world.
like I tell little skinny short people. Stop me. You see? Stop me then. Don't tell me it's a problem. Stop.
I'm down
Yeah, you're down. But why?
because
Because
we're
it doesn't
not-
affect you. We already established
Because
it
I
don't
grew
affect
up
you.
in this country and we've been living here.
We
and
all
paying-
grew up in this
and
country.
paying
Nobody grew
taxes
up in another
and
country.
owning property in this place my entire life. I don't know anywhere else.
How?
I want to maintain what I have here, and if people are going to come over and start chipping away at it, I
Why?
think it needs
See
to
what you
stop.
just said? That is the lie that y'all spread. They're gonna come over and chip away at your stuff. The people ain't coming for your stuff.
Talk to me in a year and tell me if you still feel the same way
What do you mean in a year? Like, what's going to happen in a year?
3.
What's going to happen?
Well, we might not
Besides,
have
let's
to
just
get
be
these-
older. You're not going to have nothing else. I rebuke that in the name of Jesus. I'm going to be richer
Okay.
than I am now. See, that's not how I move. I don't move like, man, some other people come up. If that was the case, every roofing company that pops up would scare the hell out of me because they're going to come get my roofs. No, that's not how you think. That's not how Christians think. You don't think that it's not enough for us. You think there's more than enough because that's what the Bible tells you.
Okay.
But that's not what people
So
think.
we're supposed to allow lawlessness, and we're supposed to allow.
What lawlessness are we talking about? Because now you're talking about them committing crimes. That's different.
Let me go back to this. There is a limited amount of money that our government has, and they're taking more and more from us.
I can't tell.
As time goes-
I can tell. How can you tell? We
Last
just
year,
sent
I can tell
660 billion to Ukraine.
That's
60
our money.
billion. Yeah. So
I can tell because of the taxes I paid last year that were far more than I've ever paid in my life for no indiscernible reason. Why did I have to pay as much as I did?
Because we got handouts when Trump was president. That's
I
why.
never got a handout.
But you still got to pay for them. That's how the tax system
So
works.
how is this good? And Trump
Ask Trump about it because he
I
did
know
it.
he did that.
He
I
did
know
it.
he did
He
that.
did it. He did
So
it.
how again does this maintain over
It doesn't maintain because
years.
no other president would do what Trump did and just give out free money no more.
Trump's not in office anymore? How does this maintain what's happening right now?
No, he was
Another-
in Trump. He was in office when it happened. You're paying taxes because of what Trump did. He handed out free money, so you pay taxes to make up for the free money. That's Trump's issue. He did that. Y'all need to realize that. That's why we all paying more taxes because Trump gave out free money. That's why everybody wants to vote for him. That's under 25 because they're like, wow, that president gave me money. That's all I know.
So what's going to happen when all this Ukraine money, the billions and billions and billions, catches up with us? What's it going to look like this year when we pay taxes?
What you mean? Ukraine will never affect your taxes. That
No.
one.
They are literally taking our tax money and sending it over
You
there
think so?
without our consent.
You think so?
Let me know. Let's do this right after we pay taxes this year.
You
and
think
see
so?
how you feel.
You
Yeah.
think they'll literally take your tax money and send it to Ukraine?
Absolutely. What,
You think
what
that's how
else do you
taxes
think is
work?
going on? Yes.
No.
Well, where is all this coming from?
Okay.
Where's all this
The
coming
money's
from?
coming from nowhere.
The insane
Because
amounts of money we're printing
How much?
right now
How much
that
of
are going
how
away.
much of a dollar is a dollar? 67 cents. 67 cents. No,
Right now?
Right
At this
now,
point, yeah.
67 cents
Yeah,
of a
yeah.
dollar is a dollar. The rest is owned to China. So who just loaned Ukraine money? China, not America. Get your mind right. Yes, because we borrow from China. We don't have money to give them.
Right.
We borrow from China. We borrow from China. We giving them China's
Right.
money,
We
not your
haven't
tax
we
money.
haven't been
Not
solvent
your
for
tax
a long
money.
time. We
Thank
probably
you.
haven't been
We are
solvent
insolvent
forever.
as can be. So that's not your money. It's China's money.
So yet again,
You gotta get it right.
right. So this has been going on forever. Say we've
It
never been
is.
solvent. We probably haven't. We have been told that
No,
we have.
we was insolvent when Clinton was president. We was solvent when Clinton. That's the last time we were in the green. Clinton. Yes. Look
I
it up.
remember hearing that. I
Yes,
do
look
remember
it up.
that.
Clinton was the last time. He was playing the sex and blowing and getting blowjobs, but he was the last time
Right.
we were in
So
the green.
how did he accomplish that?
How did he accomplish that?
Yeah.
Oh, you do not want to hear my answers.
Tell me.
First of all, he didn't go to war. He didn't get in nobody else's business.
Well, that I
He minded his own.
and that I can respect.
He
And
minded his
I don't-
own business.
And I enjoyed him when he was our president.
But I'm gonna give you the second thing he did.
But
I'm gonna do the
let
second
me
thing.
stand here, and no matter what else I say, let me lament the fact that he didn't take us to war.
Thank you.
Okay.
Because you know what happened right after him? Baby,
Back
that's
into it.
straight to war.
Right. Yeah.
So half of our money, the tax dollars, goes to the wars.
Mhm.
That's when it goes. When it's not our war, that's not where your
So
money
once
goes.
again, it's about to happen again somehow.
I don't think we're going to.
Let me ask you a question.
we're going.
Let me ask you a question, then, just to be fair,
Okay.
because we know what Nikki Haley's going to do. If Trump ends up here, do you think that he will be able to de-escalate like anything we have
No,
going
I
on?
think
Or
Trump
do
is
you
a
think-
bumbling
do you
idiot. I think
do you
he's the
he's gonna
dumbest,
take
most
us into it?
ungodliest man I've ever seen. I think he will lie through his teeth. I think nobody respects him in this planet. And y'all think he do because you respect him, but your respect does not translate to them people overseas. They respect when a country moves like a country, not when it's divided. Not when they see the people getting beat in the street. And that's what they saw
Have
with
you
Trump.
heard what people have said all over the world about Trump? Is that they did respect that because we were together.
I've never seen nobody say they respect
I
Trump.
have. Look, this is probably the biggest. I think we agree on things, but we get our information from different places. That's to be expected at this point.
I get my place from the same way you do, but I don't listen. I listen to the Bible. I
Fair
watch
enough.
them. I listen,
Yeah.
but see, when I run across the Bible, that's where I get my truth from. Like I'm gonna watch Fox and CNN.
I don't watch either.
I watch Fox, CNN, and CBS, and ABC. I watch them
I don't
all,
watch any
and
of
then
those.
I come up with mine from what after I get all that. I'm gonna run it by the Bible. This
But I
is
do
true.
come up with mines. It doesn't come from CBS and all those other places. I have my little alternative
See,
stuff.
I don't believe in alternative news because if you haven't been doing news over 20 years, you are wrong. So,
Well, most of these people have been doing news for over 20 years or around 20 years. That's neither here nor there. It's just places that are not owned by any specific. It's independent.
there's no
media.
such thing as independent media.
Yes,
Somebody name
You
one.
are independent media.
I'm independent media.
You and I, what we're doing,
That's independent media.
if we decide shit talk like we're doing,
So,
and it became huge,
so you
like,
think podcasting is independent media?
yeah.
Do you think that?
Mhm.
I do not.
If they're not
I
selling
do
ads,
not. I do
if
not.
they're not monetized,
And even if they're monetized now, let me tell you why.
if they take
Because I have not went to school for journalism, and I have not took an oath of integrity. And that's what's the difference between podcasts. We believe people on the podcast. These people that take an oath of integrity, that's what you do when you're a journalist. You take an oath of integrity. And that's because you podcast don't mean you do that. I did not take that. I can say what I want. I can say all the type of lies I want right now. I can say Trump rode on 24s. He got 4 baby mamas right on the southwest side. And I seen him the other day with cornrows at the doggone King Sleep Market. That's a lie.
I saw him at Jamaica, not Jamaica, Cool Runnings. But anyways, I was over there. I was getting some.
I was like, what are you doing at Cool Runnings?
No, I actually like Cool Runnings. I can go up there sometimes. That's neither here nor there.
What I'm saying is,
Oxtails.
what I'm saying is you can't believe that say
No.
Joe Rogan.
I wasn't talking about Joe Rogan.
But like Shay, Club Shay, people are starting to believe podcasts. People are starting to believe people. And yes, Club Shay, he has took the oath. He's on ESPN. Joe Rogan? No.
I wasn't even talking about Joe Rogan.
But there's other people out there. I don't know their names because I don't. My individual, I can't. As an individual, I can't get my news from an individual.
Of course, I mean you can't. Especially somebody the way it is right now. You can do what we do, and you start a YouTube page right now, and I just start talking shit, and you can believe it or not. But if you have enough opinions of different people, and you start to build a trust of them over time, and you believe that maybe they have started their platform because they just want to expose the truth in a world where you can't really trust one or the other. If I listen to enough of those people, and you and people of an opposite opinion, I mean, what does it take, and what did it take in the past to form an opinion on something? Because I think we've gotten to a point where there is so much disinformation and so much conflicting information. We have trust issues. What did we used to do? How did we ever form opinions about things in the past?
Okay,
I know your answer is the Bible, and that's
Exactly,
the best answer.
But I mean, I just finished
And I think
preaching
that
about
was the answer for a lot of people.
It was.
Maybe half the people in the world for up until 50 years ago, and then people started getting away from religion.
Started getting away from it, but see, they got away from it because they were paying attention to the outskirts of religion, not paying attention to what's in the book. Because what I just been preaching about all day is the difference between wisdom and folly.
Yeah.
And the difference between wisdom and folly is folly will say, I think I can do this right, without any justification of you saying you can do it. Wisdom would say, show me the experience. Wisdom would tell you, show me your plan to get the country back right, and I'll vote for you.
And
don't tell me I can't do it. Tell me the plan.
And really, that's a key point that nobody's asking anymore.
Yes.
Because we just want somebody to tell us the right things. We need a plan after that.
What's the plan?
When's the last time anybody has said, how are you going to do this to anybody? And I'm saying that in a...
They ask that to Biden. They ask Biden that all the time. Like, how you gonna close the border? How you gonna do this? How you gonna do this? They ask that all the time. He's the president. That's just all they do. And Jean-Claude Jean or whatever her name answers the question.
I'm glad you brought her up. Isn't she a fantastic
yeah, she's like a little black baby doll. I don't know. I mean, I don't know about a manipulator, but that's what that person in that position does.
She's great at that and saying nothing.
Why she is a manipulator? That's the job. That's the title.
No, it totally is.
That is the assignment.
Totally is.
That is the assignment.
The way she can sit there and look at you and say absolutely nothing and completely bullshit people is amazing. And so
she's no different than the
like,
girl that Trump had.
Except for Peter Doocy, he's the only one that calls her out. The one that Trump had was Kayleigh McEnany, and I don't feel like she's much of a liar. But we can.
Anybody who was
we
with
can sit
Trump,
here
you had to lie.
and
Trump lies. You gonna tell me the person with him lying for him can't lie?
all day.
Yeah, I mean, but
I was gonna go somewhere more productive with that though, if you want. We're talking. Can I ask you something about something you said a few minutes ago?
what's that?
All right, when you said the Bible and going to the source, how is it? And this is just a off topic, but I think it will relate to this. How is it that so many different branches of religion have branched off from the original ideal of like Christianity? And that may be a bigger question than we even have time for.
I can sum it up in a very.
I'm trying to think about
This is why-
misinformation and human nature and how we go off on different tangents about what we believe about a certain thing.
Parts of the Bible that are removed is because they were actually at war.
Okay.
And because the people who wrote parts of the Bible, the Huckabees and stuff like that, some of the removed books from the Bible are called Huckabees and stuff like that. They were removed because these people are at war. So
Okay.
they took their stuff out.
Yeah.
So they took their stuff out. And
To
most
fit
of
the narrative,
to fit the narrative of
as we say today.
not to fit the narrative, because this is God word, that part doesn't need. If you read some of these removed books, they're talking about dragons. What we need to talk about dragons for? We ain't gonna see no dragons.
Yeah.
Exactly. They're talking about the Nephilim, big giants that used to sleep with angels, and angels slept with humans and had babies. What is that gonna do for us right now? Nothing. So it doesn't need to
Are
be
we
there.
saying those are things that used to exist that don't exist anymore?
Yeah, those things that didn't
Okay.
exist that don't exist no more. And they're in the
I
Bible.
understand that.
But why have that in the Bible if they don't exist? We don't need that
I
part. So
understand that.
that's why stuff got removed. Now, when you got different religions, it is basically custom and tradition. It's not about the. We all reading the same Bible, but my custom is to not wear dresses or not wear pants and only wear dresses. My custom is only not eat pork. It's all the same
It's
Bible.
little things that have happened over time for one reason or
To
another
make it a
that makes
different
people
division.
individual groups.
Division. And that's how they get divided. And
That's an honest question that I just
yeah, and that's what happens. But
because I think that helps us understand what's happening now too.
exactly, that's what I'm about to say. And that's what I think happened to America. But there are no definite lines. America's been divided.
Yeah.
America's been divided into two different nations. And it just happened in the since Trump got in office. It wasn't there before. It only happened because he was the catalyst that made it happen.
I can agree with that. It was churning along, but when he was elected, that created the division.
And like I say, and to give a part to it, he was a backlash from Obama.
Right.
He was a
In a lot of
backlash.
ways,
And
that's
see,
true.
because everybody thought America wanted a black president, and when we saw the black president get there and win twice, many people voted for him, but there were some people who were fired up mad the whole time he was there.
I'll agree with that.
And those
There
people
are-
are the Trump
There are
supporters.
certainly people that never wanted to give him a chance from the beginning, and I called those people racist from the beginning. I was like, "There's no other reason you would feel this way." unless you
Squeaky
just-
clean, nothing wrong with this guy.
Well, I won't argue. I'm not going to argue all that with you right now because that. But in my opinion, in the beginning, I was all for it because it all looked good, and I thought people in the first 4 years that didn't like him were all racists. I was like, "There's no other reason. You're just hating on this man because he's black. You just don't like a black president." And I felt that way. Now some of the people I agree with.
Why? What changed? How can you?
Well, maybe I don't agree
after-
with. Maybe if that's what they thought, I don't agree with them. But we would vote the same way. Let me just say that.
What
And we're
did?
talking about the far right people. We're talking,
Yeah,
you know,
and I definitely get that, but explain to me because I see it all the time with the Barack thing. I'm just like, did nothing but eliminate enemies. As y'all like, law and order. He eliminated
don't speak
enemies.
for me on that, man.
Well, I'm talking to Republicans when I say
Yeah.
he did nothing but
Because
because they
I
run
don't
on law and
like-
order.
That's one of my main gripes is the amount of people that he killed and drone strikes and different things. And I just
What was he supposed to do? Put troops on the ground, put your sign on the ground, put your babies on the ground?
Right,
Because that's the alternative. That's the
Yeah.
alternative. So the people
Yeah.
say he killed something, but what was he supposed
what
to do?
conflicts are we talking about here right now?
Well, he came in and he had to finish the worst conflict we've ever had. He finished 9/11. He had the worst conflict we ever had. He had the responsibility of making sure this comes to fruition in the end, so
Yeah.
we can have a body that said he the one who did this, and that's what he did, and he did what
Well,
he
that's
had to do.
assuming that we believe that 9/11 is exactly what they told us it was, which I'm not quite
Let
sure
me
of.
tell you something I found out. When a kid judges the father looking up at his ass, he's always gonna get a wrong answer. You try to judge your daddy for the moves he made, you can't understand his position was stripped out the dad. He's the president. He's the one walked in there with black hair and left out with nothing but soft
That
shit.
is true.
Because it was worth his brain. He's the reason why his wife won't let him even get close to politics now, because he gave up his whole family because he knew the racism that would come. He's the reason why they got jokes about this woman, who literally to me is the finest woman we've ever had in the White House. And people out here talking about she's a man.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm not going to play with you like that. I think that I don't know what's going on there, but I just don't even. That's one of those things because I know you like. I'm not trying to. You know, here's one of the things, man. Is I'm not trying to really start huge arguments with people. If I know you like Barack Obama and I know you like Michelle, I'm not even trying to go there.
But it doesn't matter about liking them. It's not about liking them. I don't
support them.
unfactual stuff come out. I don't care. I don't know them people. I don't know neither one of them. I don't know neither one of them. I know you way better than them. I'll punch Barack and Michelle in the face before I fuck with you. Because I know you. I know you. I don't know them like that.
Yeah.
So some people say that, no, I don't like them like that because I don't know them. I don't know Trump, Biden, or them. So none of us do. So when people say you like them, no. I like what they stand for, their policies.
Let me correct that.
That's what I stand for. Because what people ain't said, where's Trump's wife at?
What do you mean?
Where's his wife? He's a man running for president. We ain't seen his wife. If you're such a good Christian, where's the number one fan?
You know,
where's your number one fan at?
That's what I was gonna say. I as much as you might think I do, I don't follow around what Trump does whatsoever. I don't.
But you notice that he
I never followed around what Barack Obama did either. I didn't know that because I honestly dude, I don't go, oh, Trump did a thing here, a thing there. I don't know what he's doing. I follow Vivek. Every time he does a podcast, I listen to it. He does.
See, I don't follow losers.
Oh.
I don't follow losers. He lost. Why am I following him? How is following him going to affect my life?
I like the guy, and I think he's going to be a leader in our country at some point.
Pause. But I'm just saying.
That's cool. Pause me if you want to.
No, pause because you said I like the guy.
I know, but I know what it sounded like, and I'll stand on it. I like the dude. Pause.
I think
he's going to be something.
I don't like car salesman, and he's a car salesman. I know it. I sold cars. I know a used car salesman too. I know a used car salesman when I see it, and I know it. His anecdotes, everything is used car salesman. You're all teeth and no doggone truth.
I mean, that's a nice.
All teeth and no truth.
That's a nice saying. I disagree, man.
All veneers, no real.
I disagree.
All veneers and no real.
He's got plenty of time to show it.
If he was so good, he would be up front right now. Because this is the time. This is the time. Yes, I do. If you are so good, that's why Nikki Haley's beating him. Because she's actually better.
I do think that was in his head, though. He was like, I am so good, I can beat Trump right now. And then he realized, no, there's just way too much support behind this guy. He has such a movement of the country.
Where would somebody get such an arrogant? Where would you get such an arrogant idea that he could beat Trump? Or he think he could?
I'm just telling you what I think, because he wouldn't have continued on if he didn't feel that way.
But where would he get such an arrogant idea?
He's very
arrogant. He's very arrogant. Arrogance is running rampant in America. People are attracted to it. Dion, that's arrogance. Arrogance. Arrogance.
There's a way to be arrogant and be like blatant and overboard about it. There's a way to be arrogant and you can be arrogant as fuck. People don't even pick up on it because you're so subtle about it. That doesn't mean you're not arrogant. And I don't think he's over the board. I mean, now we're talking about how you behave and certain character traits. I don't know.
I think that matters.
It does matter.
How you do anything is how you do everything. How you do anything is how you do everything. I think that's why we keep getting bad presidents, because we're not paying attention to the character traits.
Yeah. It goes back to the word I was going to use earlier that is right off the top of my vocabulary, but I missed it for a minute, was gentrification.
Oh.
But that's neither here nor there. You should go back. I'll say this, I won't go through the whole documentary, but it was amazing how many things on the geopolitical level and at home were a concern right then and there, just like the way they are right now, not to such an amplified level.
You can read the
There's
Bible.
There's nothing new in the world.
Exactly. You can read the Bible and the same thing's going on in the Bible.
Sometimes I need to be reminded there's nothing new in the world.
Yes,
and even in 1988, when I was in the best time of my life, I was a little kid, there were adults that had these same concerns.
Same concern.
You know,
the
best thing I heard the whole time was this guy at the end. It doesn't matter who he is, but he was like, and we keep talking about Russia, like Russia's going to attack us. And it was the Soviet Union back then, and he was like, this they've been saying this since the 50s, and they keep trying to make them our enemy when we have problems at home, we have issues we need to deal with. And I was like, they were playing that same fucking card back then. They were trying to get us. We had different leaders in power back then.
Yeah, we had different leaders in
But
power.
they were always. It was always Russian.
Listen to the narrative now. If the election was tampered with, who tampered with it?
We did.
No, Russians. Yeah.
Wait.
Russians.
I'm telling you what I think. Were you saying?
I'm
what
telling you, the
narrative
only
is?
thing that was proven was Russians tampered with the Hillary election, not the Kerman. Yes, Russians actually tampered with that.
That would be news to me. I don't know anything about that. So if you're telling me that that's something, I'm interested.
Yes, but those are who has the best hackers on the planet.
Maybe Russia. I don't
Ain't
know.
no maybe to it.
I don't know.
All you gotta do is Google it. The best
I will
hackers
always
come
tell
from
you
Russia.
when there's something we're talking about that I don't know or I
Best
haven't
hackers
researched.
come from Russia.
So this is news to me. If
This
you're
is
telling me
why
this is true.
we have disinformation in America, because Russia is not the Cold War is on the
still
internet.
going.
It's still going on. They're doing it through bots.
Yeah.
They're doing it through disinformation.
That being said,
but why are they doing it? Tell me this. Did you see the Tucker Carlson and what's the name interview?
I haven't watched it yet. Is it out? I know
It's out.
I know
Let
that
me
it's-
tell you, I tried to watch it. Very stupid, very slow, very dumb. I don't even know why. I don't see the point in it. First of all, you a has-been nobody want to listen to, and you're a war criminal.
Shout out to Tucker. I love Tucker.
Hey,
See, this is where
stop
we're at,
talking in the
right?
face. Like, I don't like Tucker.
See,
Like, I mean,
But hey, we can do this.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't
we're
like Tucker.
clearly on different sides of this, but we can stay.
that's why it
right.
works. That's why
Right.
this works. But I don't like Tucker, and it's not because of what he stands on, but it's what he is willing to do. You a slut. Like, why would you go to him unless you need the ratings? Because you ain't got no job right now.
He has his own network now. He started with investors, so he's in a better spot to speak whatever he wants to speak. He's ever
Speak
been.
whatever. You're in a better spot to speak what you want. That
But
doesn't
why
mean,
is it better to be part of CNN or Fox than to be on your own thing?
I didn't say it was.
Okay, so he didn't less. He got fired or whatever, but he's now in a.
But what did he
probably a
get
better
fired
position.
for?
I wish I knew.
Lying. That right after the 773 million, he got fired because he was the head of the liar. Yes, and they actually had a text message and a phone call with his voice where he said, "Yeah, I don't believe none of this. I'm lying. I'm just selling the ads." And that's what y'all believe.
Well,
and that's what's his
if that's
voice.
true,
And that
I'll
was
see it.
on the court. And it was actually all real.
Going on over here, man.
Man, we talking about everything
Come on
under the
in.
sun, bro. We talking about everything under the sun.
Little bit of shit.
Yeah,
Right
I
on
was
time.
having church earlier. Now we're just talking about the issues. Hold on, watch on YouTube right now. We
Oh,
live.
Oh, yeah?
We live on YouTube right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
all
you
good,
good, you good,
So
you
I'm-
good.
hey,
Say what you
it's
got to
probably
say.
time we
Right,
got
bro,
third
Mr.
voice
Rock,
in here.
Mr. Rock.
Son, Brian Reddick.
Man, what you got, man? Hey,
I got a clothing brand, Hustle Man Collection.
okay.
It's an urban brand, but I like that I have to explain what it is because when people think of hustle,
Come on.
when people actually think of hustle, they think of drugs.
Yeah.
And been there, done that, had a lifestyle. We all have a story.
Yeah.
But my story behind my brand is from Martin, Hustle Man.
Hustle Man. Okay.
You know
Tra-
that?
yeah, Tracy Morgan. Yeah.
Okay. When Tracy Morgan came around, you didn't believe that he had what you needed. And he'll open up that coat and he say, "You need some fragrances." And then he got a whole big thing of rings, and he said, "I got the chills." He say, "I got the jewelry department right here."
Uh-huh.
So when I was a kid, I always used to sell like candy, and I wanted to be a loan shark because I used to watch the mob movie, and I used to say I want people to owe me money. But to be honest, I could sell anything. So I took that concept away from the streets to keep me out of the federal penitentiary, and I took that concept towards clothes, towards another movie that inspired me was Baby Boy, when they started selling dresses. But that was a way for them to stay out of jail, because the main result for somebody that doesn't have a history of being shown the right thing to do is to do what they love.
Yeah.
And if they're looking at people that are doing that
Example.
and they can see it, they're going to do it. So I'm trying to set an example that you can hustle, but you can hustle the right thing and get what you want from God. Get your blessings from God.
I call it legal hustle. I've been roofing my whole life. You see, I've been moving around. I moved to the South Line. Okay, the waters ago. I used to sell dope back in the days too. But they used to call me legal hustle because I made the money these boys made. I make $18 an hour in 95. So I was making that money they made. I got $1,000 a week just like you. But I was legal with it. But I was still out there hustling, doing that. So I definitely get that concept that you don't have to be on the street to be a hustler.
Exactly.
The hustle is a mentality. It's a
Yes.
spirit. It's a spirit that I can bring nothing. I can bring something from nothing. I can start and get it out the mud and make a hut with this mud. So yeah, out the mud. So where you based at? You based right around?
I'm based out here. My mom stays right around the corner from Dickinson. She goes to Reverend King's Church. I attend Greater Mount Carmel, which is around the corner, right in the cut.
Yeah.
Wholesome. It don't get no bigger. It don't get no smaller in the last 10 years.
Yeah.
Great pastor, Pastor Guillory, and he gives the word just like how I need to receive it.
Yeah.
You know, because you go to certain churches and you have to go where it resonates with your spirit.
Yeah.
You know, it could be a good representation for somebody else. Well, you know, you say, you know, I like this crowd. Everybody says good, but the way this word is coming to me, I may need to try a different path. So I understand going to different churches because I did that for a while.
Yeah.
But as of right now, I study all religions.
Yeah.
Hinduism, Buddhism, Christianity, spirituality, astrology, all of it. Because when I think about a belief system, the belief system is up under that umbrella.
Yeah.
The umbrella of all religions, because they're all saying the same thing. They're all worshiping one God. But the semantics and the rigmarole of debates that happen in society is sad to me, because if we all knew that we're arguing about stuff that we agree on, but we're just not speaking each other's language. So when you're talking to a Christian, you can't say words like universe or energy or divine. Yeah. So you have to go where it resonates. So what I tend to do, the mother of my child, she's a Christian. So yesterday, I know I'm alive, but yesterday, my daughter, she's been having problems focusing in school. So as soon as I said the word meditate, she said, oh, no. We only meditate on the word. I said, hold on, let me rewind. I said, I'm going to teach her an affirmation process that she can go to bed to, where her subconscious mind can lock in those things that she is telling herself. So when she does wake up from sleep, that will be the first thing on her mind. What she went to bed thinking about is what she's going to wake up thinking about. That doesn't take away from
God,
any
nobody.
belief.
Jesus, nobody.
It is just another form of practice in order for you to gain a stronger mind physically. And the spiritual part is the part where you believe that God is there and you ask him for continuous help along the way. Yeah. And she really did not agree with that. So the reason why she didn't agree is because of the word, meditation. She look, she's not gonna if she's gonna meditate, she's gonna meditate. I say gospel music is not gonna help her focus. I'm trying to introduce something. Ooh, man, it ain't cold out here.
No, that's what happened to talk with. But look, meditate. The Bible says meditate in the word daily. But the word of God. But when you meditate, there is no possible way for your thoughts not to enter this meditation. It can't be just God's thoughts. This is gonna be your thoughts too. And you are not God, no matter what you think. So there's gonna be some different things there. Meditation is not a bad thing. Trying to align your chakras is not a bad thing.
Oh,
look.
man.
This is what I used to be. Only Allah above me. But I don't remove that tattoo because that is the creator. Only Allah above me. That word means creator. It's still the same creator. I may be a Christian now, but it don't change the fact that it's only God above you. So it never changes from that. But the fact that you are cognizant of your inheritance is to lead to your kids regardless of what the mama thinks. Because you're going to leave the inheritance. You're going to leave her with something that will, when you're gone, she can pull from. And that's what you're trying to do. And that's what every father does. You want to leave them the tools that when I'm gone, you can work through this world. And that's all you're trying to do. And that's God. And because God says you take care of your family. So, but the inheritance that you leave is not just money, it's also how you move. How you move in this world. Because you can leave your child $1 million, but if they are food, that money is gone. If you can leave them with a hustle clothing line, now they know how to get the money. Now I get the $1 million, and now I can meditate on all this.
Hey.
that's right. I was gonna
Hey,
ask you.
where's your church at, man?
Online. I'm online, man.
Oh, you online
I'm
all day?
online every day, Monday through Saturday, 8 o'clock every morning.
Well, what you got something?
Man, no, a couple
Go
of
ahead,
things.
Come on, man, you gotta get your star. Get your
Okay.
Denzel
So
on, man.
I like Baby Boy.
Okay.
I like that. I like
Okay,
it.
thank you. Yeah.
Did you pull up at girls?
Yeah.
He already does. Did you pull up at like hair salons and go in there and be like, look, this is the right dress. This is the right dress for happy hour. It's gonna match your eyes and all that stuff.
When I first
No,
started
I think it's great. That was
when
one of
I
my
first
favorite
started
scenes
out,
of that movie.
a friend of mine said,
Because Jody was so smooth with it.
yeah, he was.
But he was kind of a joke in that movie too. If you
He was.
we won't get into
But
that.
see, got the chills. See, that's what the world wants you to believe, that taking something that's actually serious and making it a joke. I mean, because we're serious right now.
Yeah.
But if they was to put us on TV and they were able to take some semantics from this, they would be able to make it a joke.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we all know it's serious. So when we watch it on TV and we say, why did they make it seem like that? We have no control over it. So that's why you're live. They know this is us. We're in the flesh.
Yeah,
We're
you
live.
can't change it. How's it talking?
But when I started, I was going online. I said, I'm going to host it. So then a friend of mine was like, bro, just go on Hallway and just drive down. I
That's
drove
where you
down.
start.
I found the sunglass optical place. And I found a 1099 shoe store. Started buying. I bought about 30 pair of women's shoes, 7 through 9.
Yeah.
Took a friend of mine with me. I said, hey, what do you think of these? Sold them out. Started getting all the designer glasses, sold them out. I started that first to build up my brand, to build myself, to get myself known. I would go to different barbershops.
Yeah.
I would go to smoke shops. I would go to salons because that's where the women are.
Right.
Yeah.
No, so you did it like Jody did.
I did it exactly
And I
like
was,
that.
when I said that he's a little bit of a joke, what I should have said is that movie is about his development and the fact that he wasn't quite a man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what the whole movie's about.
Exactly.
Like, there's points where he thought he was the man, and then he had to rely on his woman, and he had a few women.
God let him know real fast.
know,
Yeah.
Like,
Let him know
And
real
that's
fast.
all I meant.
And that's what, and before we even got to talking about all this political stuff, we're talking about, I was preaching all day about wisdom and folly.
Yeah.
That was the today. Talking about wisdom over here. Wisdom is knowing what to do with knowledge. Once you got the knowledge, see, you got the knowledge, and then you know what to do with it. I'm gonna pass it down to my daughter when she comes to a situation. That's wisdom, knowing that this is a situation where my knowledge applies.
Yeah.
That's wisdom. Folly is when you get it and you mad at it. You over here mad because they corrected you. You mad because the old people telling you, hey boy, don't you do that. The young girls, don't you be fast with the boy. We got mad at this stuff, not realizing they were trying to correct us. And the Bible tells us, if you don't like correction, you hate God. And that's all baby boy was about. You are not being a man of God when you are scared of correction.
I
Correction.
got my piece of wood.
That's it.
When you don't like correction, you hate God.
That's it.
Yeah.
You hate God. You hate God. The Bible says that. If you do not like correction, because God will eventually correct you in anything you do.
Ooh,
I don't
he will.
care what you do.
You say, I want this. You say, no.
I tell people all the
You
time.
don't want it. You don't want it.
God says,
You don't need it.
God says all the time, I tell people all the time, you don't never want to ask God for something, God got to prove it to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now he done gave it to you. You say, all right, like I tell people, I've been married a few times. My third wife came exactly like I ordered. I said, I want a black woman, graduated from Southern University, historical black college. I wanted to be in education, help me raise these little girls, all this old stuff. I forgot to ask for the God part. She went to church. She knew the Bible back and forth, knew all the songs, didn't believe. I forgot to ask for that part. I got that one part. I that girl was so crazy.
That's crazy.
I was with her for 10 years, like it drove me crazy. Bust all the windows out, slashed my tires, broke whole studios. drunk
Yeah,
shit.
she still got it.
Look, she's still on Facebook with my last name and won't even change her last name. I've been married 5 years to somebody else. Like that was a whole 10 years ago, and she still put it. That proves to me right there that you will get what you want. God will give it to you, but you don't know what you want.
You asked for 4 out of the 5 things. You forgot about that 5th one. The most important one.
It's the intention.
If you have the correct intention, you won't forget what to ask.
Yeah.
Because once you ask for it, it's discerned. You discern for what you want, just wait. Live your life and get it. And it's going to actually come to you. You're going to attract it. See, a lot of people don't like the word attraction and laws of attraction and laws of this.
I can tell this
man,
yeah.
ready to see.
We know he's because he's
Well,
not.
I've read it, yeah, we've all read
See, all right. So you know laws of attraction, like
Yeah.
attracts like. You gonna attract what you are.
Yes.
And see,
You attract what you are, not what you want.
yes, if people don't realize, they be like, man, I don't know why I keep getting these old bad men. No, girl, you need to check your heart.
Yeah.
Check your heart while you keep getting
Once you change, something will
something
change
to
for you.
change. And until I changed, well, I had a bad habit of saying, "Oh, y'all the same." That's why I was on wife number 3. All y'all the same. Man, all y'all, get on my nerve. Y'all the same. And then I stopped. But I didn't stop till I got to this right now.
Mhm.
And once I stopped, we're different. We're different. Well, she was different. But then I
When
got
you quit
out of my
fixating
comfort.
on that,
I
yeah.
got out of my comfort zone too.
Yeah.
This is my first interracial relationship.
Another way
And
of
I
saying
got
that.
out of my comfort zone, and God said, "Man, you keep talking about black love." He said, "What if your love ain't black?"
I
He
mean,
said, "What if your love ain't black, bro? What if your love is just love? What if your love
Love
ain't?"
ain't got a color. Man.
Thank you. It ain't got no color, and
I
my
know-
head is stuck on it.
If you the woman for me. If you fit in my program,
That's it.
if you fit in the program God got for me, you for me.
That's it.
And I
That's
don't
it.
care about your race. I don't care about I don't care about your age, because guess what? God is gonna give me the wisdom to teach, to be a learning teacher at all times. A lot of people think that
This
let's
is
go to the hop right now.
you stupid.
I don't know, you know.
You stupid.
They gonna get you.
The thing was, that used to be a joke about old people, but now we are old.
We are the old people.
I don't know about you. You're
Yeah, I'm
way
34.
younger. 34.
Yeah, see,
Okay.
he's much
You're not
I'm
ready
gonna
for
show
the hop
you
yet.
guys
I want to see the clothes line.
Yeah.
Look, and we finna climb our red, rocking red. Hey, man, we
I'm glad you showed up.
Yeah,
We were just like, rah, 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 rah,
we always like that.
I got
Trump
something to talk about now.
Yeah, we always like that. We,
Yeah.
we got a podcast
But
together.
you
on-
came
on
and brought
the
something
so.
that we needed, because we probably just would have been here.
Yeah, we've been talking about the Trump and Biden and
Yeah,
all
we
of
need
those
to get better than that.
Yeah, we
Y'all
talking
be out
about
here
it.
tomorrow.
Not just that.
We're not, look,
So this is my
you shoot me
website right
information.
here.
I'll let you know when I'm coming.
This next drop is called Moneymaker, and this is for all hustlers. I mean, it's urban wear, but I'm learning how to sew right now because I want to start making my own merch. But as of now, I got a manufacturer out of California, so I have that. And I don't know if you heard of Money Making Mitch from Paid in Full
Yeah.
movie. I don't know if you heard that. Okay, so this was my first drop at the end of the year. Last year, I just had all my staple pieces, which are just like Hustle Man sweatsuits.
Yeah.
They that's my logo right there, HMC,
Hustle Man.
and that's the actual official logo. And I have members only on the back. That's the staple part of the brand. But as of right now, I got a countdown. I
I
actually
see the
have.
countdown. What's the countdown?
That's a countdown for these right here, for these money makers.
Okay. All right, so you got the field laws working and everything right there.
So the first brand was Ox for Belly.
Yeah.
Belly.
The Jamaican guy,
Yeah.
Ox.
Now I took
That's a hell of a character.
Yeah.
I took the dealer concept for the first drop
You want
because
to rock with me?
I took that because I wanted to enter my niche correctly. I am going to be the brand that is going to put that's going to put actors and actresses on shirts. I'm going to create that path for myself. I could just do it one time, but there is no one out there that is putting actors and actresses on a shirt. Like my next shirt, the people that are here, copyright is going to be Samuel L. Jackson from Pulp Fiction. You know when he ate that burger?
Burger.
You know when he ate that burger?
Tasty burger.
All right, I'm gonna put that on the shirt. Next one that's gonna go with that is gonna be Cat Williams. I'm gonna get the ugliest mug shot he has, and I'm gonna put a caption on the back that says, "The truth doesn't need motivation." And it's gonna be like a double entendre, whatever you call it, double entendre, where you see this mug shot of this guy that looks like a criminal, and you wouldn't believe a word he says. But when you go watch his interviews where he's talking about just people that are treating people like they're not supposed to be in the comedy world,
Yeah.
you'll say you'll wear that shirt with the correct representation.
Yeah.
So everything that I come up with always has a story behind it, because somebody's going to ask, man, why you got that messed up picture, Cowboys? Hold up, I have this here just for you to ask me that.
You know what we need though? You already mentioned the other dude from Martin. We need Roadman.
Right, man?
Roadman.
Okay.
But people don't remember Roadman enough.
Hey, years ago,
I know. Yeah.
right, man.
I'll find some. But that's the thing. I mean, but no, there aren't too many people around that remember Roadman. That's not a good one.
He's still around here on Lost Kings
Is he?
podcast. Lost Kings.
Shout out
Look,
Roadman.
in the beginning of the Roadman on Lost Kings podcast.
We were in one of the hearts of G County right now. So shout out Roadman.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Man, yeah, but I'm glad we were.
Yeah,
Bro,
you wrapped it up, man.
I need
I'm glad you came through,
Shoot me
man.
your
Facts,
information
Yeah.
because, like, this is my roofing company. This is my roofing company.
Oh, you got a roof? Okay, cool.
Yeah, this is my roofing company. I got my
You
own
need tree services? Whenever you get up on that roof, you be like, hey, you can't get up here until you cut this tree down because it might fall
It's
on.
always an issue. It's always an issue. Always an issue.
My
Yeah.
boy, Ludris,
Blue Chuck?
yeah,
Yeah, I know.
yeah, I mean him when he started out. It was just me and him.
Bro, I remember him when he first got out of the I remember when he first got out. That's why I miss him.
He did.
Because I seen him. I remember when he first got out. He was out there, and he the reason why Big Boy, everybody was going to Big Boy for a while. Now he ain't a Big Boy clap.
Yeah.
He was changing time and break. That boy was out there working. And when he got in truck, I said, "Oh boy, you about to do something." Then he put the logo on his house. So I see you. And he got the little trailer. I said, "Oh boy, I see you." And he know.
And I had my pressure washer service. That was the reason why his truck was always clean. Because I was the one detailing.
I know one of my truck always clean.
I was detailing.
Hey,
Then
never
when I
had
stopped,
speck of dirt on.
he started going to Blue Wave. He started going to Blue Wave just this last recent year. But yeah, we
Yeah,
all
man,
entrepreneurs.
that's what you gotta be. Yeah, I mean, ain't nobody gonna bring you no money, but ain't nobody finna bring you business either. You want business, you gotta go get it.
You have
I
to
said
brand
that.
yourself. Just like y'all out here right now.
Yeah.
Y'all come out here every day.
Oh,
And
Mr. Patel don't tell you. He tell me anytime.
Well, what I'm
You
saying
know.
is, y'all can come out here every day and don't nobody come to talk to you. And then on the 8th day, the 28th day, the
Yeah.
38th day, you get one person.
One person.
Then the next day,
It's you today,
get
bro.
2 to 3. Yeah.
And I didn't even ask you if you talked to other people
Yeah.
earlier. You've been out
Yeah,
here for
Gregory came earlier.
That's
Right,
that
Gregory.
big truck.
Yeah.
Yeah, the big one. I got that from Little
I
Pond.
got that's an on, huh?
Yeah,
The one, the other small ones are on.
yeah, the one. Yeah,
I got that
from Little. Yeah, I got that one from Little.
Yep, I got that
We
one too.
ain't been knocking them over. I wish I had my other. I got about 3 of them, but yeah, you gotta be able to. If you're gonna be in business, you gotta be able to be everybody in the business. You gotta be the janitor. You gotta be the mail boy. You gotta be everything. And when you do everything, it makes you better at hiring people to do the job, but it also makes you appreciate them more because you know what you had to do. You remember doing it. I gotta tell people, I ain't gonna never ask you to do nothing on the roof that I ain't gonna do.
You have to, and it helps you understand the business. If it's your business, why not do it yourself before you delegate?
Exactly. And see, like me, my daddy was a roofer, so I've been roofing since I was 6 years old. I got 40-something years of roofing. Ain't too many roofs out there that I ain't never did before. But if I don't have nobody to pass the knowledge down to, it doesn't matter because I can only do so much work. And that's what you have to realize as a business. Delegation becomes a priority. You have to be able to delegate it and find somebody else that can do
That's
that.
the difference. So that was a problem that I had
It's hard.
because I'm a hustler. But
Find another you.
what an OG told me, he said, a hustler is a complete opposite of a businessman.
Sure.
Because a businessman knows how to delegate and hire people that are good at what they're good at to help his business thrive. A hustler doesn't trust anyone to do all the jobs that need to be done except for himself. So he will now grow at the rate or at the pace of a businessman because he's constantly wanting to do everything himself.
And I fall into that category
Yeah,
a
dude.
lot.
Mhm.
A lot. What I think about it. I'm not in a position to hire anybody good right now, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And I think you probably all three do.
Yeah,
I
man.
can speak on you.
We got to take it out of our personal and say, yeah,
hard.
I'm a man of the house. But when it comes to business,
Yeah, there you go.
when it comes to business, if you want to thrive, you have to delegate. If you know how to do videos, if I know how to do videos, and it's taking me forever to do videos, you know what? It's not worth me taking 4 hours of videos when I could be doing something else for 4 hours that is
Right.
probably bringing in money.
Yeah.
So I say, okay, the money that I make away from the time that I spend for videos, I'll spend a percentage of that to delegate it to someone.
Yeah.
Sure. Now
Now-
that makes sense.
Now
Depends on
I'm not
the
investing in a liability.
Yeah.
I'm not investing my time or whatever it is that I want to invest into a liability.
Yeah.
It's all an asset because this asset is going to help me with time, and it's going to help me thrive, and it's going to help me with my business.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
you know,
I don't know how to edit videos. I just jump on his.
I do. And look,
I mean, but the thing
this
is,
is why I'm going live now because I spent the last 2-3 years. I would preach.
let me.
Like last year, I preached 100 sermons.
Yeah.
This year, I'll probably do 200 sermons. I'll probably be up here 10 times or more this year. But I was spending so much time editing videos, I wouldn't get to the preaching of the word.
Let me back that
spending
up
3-4
and say it
hours.
correctly though, because I say that sometimes, and I can't. And just in the last few months, I've caught myself. I don't know how to do this. what I should be saying is I've never tried to do
I was gonna say that.
it. And I could take an hour and probably get 50% of the way there to be able to do what I need to do to get the thing done.
Yeah.
So, and that's just a lesson for all of us is when we say we can't do something or we want to put it on somebody else.
Yeah.
Have you ever tried to do it yourself?
I-
Or are you just saying, I can't do it because I've been too lazy to even attempt it.
It's like riding a bike.
Sometimes
you're
I
scared
say
to
that.
fall.
So that's just me. This is me trying to get better.
Get on that bike.
Instead of saying that I can't, it's I've never tried. I've never attempted it. I've never put the time in to get good at it.
6 years ago, I was like, I ain't never edited a video, and I want it so bad. I want to, I was still doing music parts. I want to make some music video. I want to make some movie cover videos. That was my only reason for learning how to edit. Now, editing was nothing but the ministry. Matter of fact, the ministry grew from that. I realized when I can edit videos, I ain't got to go find a church to build a church. I can just start online because where everybody at all the time, they right here all the time.
In their phone.
They in their phone, so I can get to them faster than the minister because he got to wait till Sunday.
Yeah.
He got to wait to Bible study on Wednesday.
You gotta get gas. You gotta get gas to go
You
see
go
them.
to him.
Yeah.
You ain't got
You
to.
gotta- you
I
gotta-
can get
you
you
need-
right there on your phone.
Half the people gotta either say, should I buy dinner? Or
Oh,
should
or
I
should I go to church?
Should I go to church that's 30
Yeah.
minutes away so I can get the word?
True.
So I can pray to God.
Yeah.
Then I have more money for next week.
Yeah.
Come on, come
You know what I'm
on.
saying? So everything is a blessing.
It is.
Do you think that, just random religious question again, do you think it's okay to not physically go to church and go do it online? Like, or
What's
is
the
it
difference?
is it better
Let me
for
ask you
somebody
a
to get
question.
up
Do
and
you
actually go
remember
there?
Jesus going to church?
No, there was
One
none.
time, and he flipped the tables over because they began. So I'm telling you right now, Jesus wasn't in the church, so why do you need
So
to
you
go?
don't have to-
God out here, he said, look up on the rock, I'm under the rock.
And I'm with that. I'm just asking your question.
I'm not saying you should fellowship. It's fellowship, and it's something you should do. You should
Yeah.
fellowship.
Wise counsel is
Wise
always
counsel. You
So you
want wise
shouldn't
counsel.
avoid it altogether.
You shouldn't avoid it
You should
altogether.
try to go if
But
you
you're not
can.
going to hell if you don't
Build
go.
build relationships when you're there
Yeah.
and become
Believe
part of
me.
a fellowship.
The
That's
roof I
just-
did estimate on is an old church member last week. They're going to bless you more than I did streets. Now, I'm not saying every church person is good. I'm not saying everybody go to church is good. I'm saying that, like he says, wise counsel is better than this bad counsel out here. That's Proverbs what we talking about.
Have
That's
you
wise
ever
counsel.
been You don't know.
I forgot.
Well, have you?
What was that from?
Have you ever been
TD Jakes. Well, I was preaching last week and I said that I tried not to, but you can't leave it alone. You can't leave it alone. It's so funny. I said, man, I was preaching something, and I was saying, man, I be out in this game and you ain't never been swallowed.
Oh my God.
Bro, if you ain't seen the auto-tune version of that one, but I'm
I can't remember what that was
They
from.
made a
TD
song.
Jakes.
They made a
They made a
song.
song, auto-tune.
Have you ever been
swallowed? Yes, like, bro.
swallowed?
Look this up when I leave.
Chairman, yes, you gotta find
It's probably on TikTok.
It's on TikTok somewhere. You gotta find it. It's hilarious. But yeah, hey man, Rocky Red, man, we closing out up here. We wrapping it out, man. We done.
Hustle man, hip hop.
Hustle Man clothing line, man. Y'all go online. Give them
Hustle Man collection.
give Hustle Man collection. Give them the web page.
It's going to be www.hustleman. That's going to be a man with 2 N's and then collection. Or you can go to Chevelle Pope on Facebook, and I'll have my link in the bio.
All right. Hey man. Spell came through. Spell's one of my favorite colors. I'm saying the old Spell. Look, here.
I have one too. Yeah, they're doing a remake.
Really?
But this company is taking on, is partnering with Chevy, with Chevy to, people with a lot of money that like to pimp their rides.
Oh, Joe
Well,
Moses, everybody.
They're like a partner company where you go to them and you say, hey, like they got a Monte Carlo deal, they got a Chevelle deal,
They bring back the classics.
and all you got to do is say, hey, yeah, I got 140,000. Here, make me one. Yeah.
That must be nice.
Box Chevy for 140,000.
Hey. All right, man. Rocky Red, we signing off, man. Chevelle in the house.
Yes, sir.
Hustle Man collection. Y'all go online,
Happy
check them
weekend.
out. Hey, man, happy
This
weekend
Friday.
to y'all. Tomorrow's the 7th. Y'all remember to pray. Y'all stay good out there. And whatever you do, man, get your butt up and go do something in the world to change it.
Yes, sir. Man, you call me when you coming out here, man.
All right, look, shoot me
my number, man.